The Houthis have launched 2 ballistic missiles targeting Israel, triggering air raid sirens across central Israel, Jerusalem, and parts of the West Bank. The Israeli Defense Force reports that interceptor missiles were deployed against the incoming projectiles. In a subsequent update, the IDF clarified that only 1 missile was launched, which was apparently successfully intercepted by air defenses. Shrapnel from the interception reportedly fell in the Hebron area of the West Bank, though no casualties or significant damage have been reported. Following the missile attack, alarm sirens reverberated throughout Tel Aviv and numerous occupied towns and cities, including areas in the northern West Bank. Ben Gurion Airport was temporarily shut down as a precautionary measure. This latest attack continues a pattern of escalation, with the Houthis having launched more than 20 ballistic missiles and several drones at Israel since March 18th, when the IDF resumed its offensive against Hamas in the Gaza Strip. Israeli defense systems have managed to intercept approximately half of these projectiles, whilst the remainder fell short of their targets. The internationally recognized Yemeni government is reportedly mobilizing for what could become the largest offensive of the civil war, according to Dr. Abdulaziz Sager, chairman of the Gulf Research Center in Saudi Arabia. Preparations are underway to amass nearly 80,000 troops for an assault to recapture the strategic Hodeidah port from Houthi control. To my best knowledge, there is a preparation of almost 80,000 soldiers from the legitimate Yemeni government in different locations in order to take over Hodeidah. This force would represent the majority of all non-Houthi military personnel in Yemen, making it the largest offensive of the protracted civil war. Success in Hodeidah could potentially set the stage for an assault on the capital city of Sana'a, which has remained under Houthi control since 2014. Recent airstrikes on Houthi positions, particularly around Hodeidah, appear to be paving the way for this upcoming ground assault. The strikes have reportedly eliminated several key Houthi leaders, weakening their command structure ahead of the anticipated offensive. Mohammed Ali al-Houthi, a member of SBC, has also issued a stark warning against any ground invasion, indicating that such an action would face fierce resistance. The enemy's options in Yemen have failed. Neither bombing nor American aggression will stop supporting Gaza. No ground military operation will succeed. IT will face hell and the power of the righteous. America should know that continuing its aggression means continuing undermining its deterrent power and weakening its forces, and it will suffer defeat in every future battle. Today's strategic importance cannot be overstated. The port was a crucial food and port hub before the war, and its control would represent a significant shift in the balance of power within Yemen that I think we might be at the stage of counting down the end of the Houthis. They've had every chance for a political discussion and be a part of a government that would save Yemen from all this suffering. The United States has intensified its military operations in Yemen with a series of coordinated airstrikes targeting multiple provinces across the country. These attacks mark a significant escalation in the ongoing conflict, with strikes reported in Al-Baida, Sada, Houdaida, and Merab provinces in a particularly destructive assault. American warplanes delivered 5 precision strikes on a vocational institute in the Al-Salma district of Al-Baida province. The facility, described as the region's key educational and training center, sustained substantial damage. Yemeni sources claim the target housed Houthi ammunition depots. Simultaneously, 3 U.S. airstrikes pounded the Al-Saleen area in the cutoff, while Boca district of Sadr City, a region near Yemen's northern frontier that has frequently been targeted during the American campaign. The western coastal province of Hodeidah also came under attack with 2 separate raids reported in the Al-Munaira district. The most recent escalation occurred in Merab province, where local sources confirmed 9 airstrikes targeting the Sawa district. This sustained bombardment demonstrates the expanding scope of U.S. military operations across Yemen's territory. On March 15th, the United States, on direct orders from President Donald Trump, attacked targets of the Houthis that control about a third of Yemen's territory. According to the Central Command of the U.S. Armed Forces, the operation is aimed at protecting American interests and ensuring freedom of navigation. In response, The Houthis carried out a series of attacks on the U.S. aircraft carrier USS Harry Truman in the northern part of the Red Sea, using missiles and drones. There were no reports of damage to the vessel. In response to continued Israeli aggression against Gaza and ongoing U.S.-UK aggression against Yemen, the Yemeni armed forces have launched a series of attacks targeting Israeli, American, and British interests in the Red Sea and surrounding areas, as the conflict in Gaza intensified. The Houthis implemented a strategic blockade of key maritime routes aiming to disrupt the flow of military supplies and pressure the international community to address the humanitarian crisis in Gaza. The Houthis have repeatedly stated they will maintain these operations until Israel's ground and aerial offensives in Gaza come to an end, setting the stage for continued confrontation in this increasingly complex regional.